6'10 junior in Owen Jewell, a 5'4 junior in Austin Rasmussen, a 5'11 senior in Cannon Hansen, a 6'4 senior in Josh Nelson, and a 6'1 sophomore in Anthony Young. For the Glidden Ralston Wildcats, under head coach Derek Tiggison, they're 8-6 on the year, 6-4 in the Rolling Valley Conference. They've won 3 straight, 3-2 in their last 5. They are 61-52 victories against the Spartans back in December. And again, Exira-EHK does lead this series 22-7 since 2011. They had won 59-33 last January. The Spartans had won 9 of the last 10. So that win for the Wildcats earlier this season broke that 9-game losing streak. Taking a look at their starting lineup for the Wildcats tonight, they'll start a 6' senior in Jonathan Bergmeyer, a 6'2 junior in Dawson Majerus, a 5'9 senior in Lucas Christian, a 5'6 junior in Alex Daniel, and a 6'1 senior in Colby Wallace. We'll step away. We're back with tip-off of the boys' game in 1 minute right here on 93.7 KKRL.
The perfect outfits await at a Fun Top in Jeans. Since 2019, a Fun Top in Jeans in downtown Carroll has been your stop for everything from tops and jeans to shorts, dresses, sweaters, even purses and jewelry. And of course, a Fun Top in Jeans is Carroll's Merle Norman cosmetics retailer. Plus, with new styles of tops, sweaters, and more arriving daily, now is the perfect time to stop by a Fun Top in Jeans in downtown Carroll. A Fun Top in Jeans, where the name says it all.
Only Pizza Ranch serves buffet your way.
Don't you mean my way, Mr. Voiceover Guy?
Sure, anyone's way, actually. Request your favorite pizza. We'll make it, bake it, and give you the first slice.
I can add peppers to pepperoni, Stampede on stuffed crust, maybe Texan taco on thin. No tomatoes on my half. How can I convince Mom to let us eat here every night?
It's buffet your way at Pizza Ranch. Say it with me, kid.
I'm here from the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. Thanks for listening to our Mackey Motors tailgate, brought to you by Mackey Motors of Lake City, recipient of the GM Mark of Excellence Award for 15 years running. Together, let's drive. At Mackey Motors in Lake City, check them out online as well at MackeyMotors.com. Waylon Hine and Josh Nelson is set for our jump ball here tonight. It is going to be controlled by the Spartans. They will go right to left. We're away from the stage here in this first half of play. Wildcats in their home white uniforms. They'll open up in a man-to-man defense. Cannon Hansen will bounce it down inside to Young. Young double teamed on the right block. Pass stolen away. He's trying to feed it in the middle. Bergmeyer will jump the passing lane. Jonathan going to drive down, and he'll put the Wildcats on top 2-0 with a layup on the other end in traffic. And the Wildcats out here quickly here tonight on 93.7 at KKRL. Working the ball in now is Rasmussen, off into the hands of Hansen, up top to Jewell. He'll fire up a 3. Spartans shoot the 3 really well. The rebound taken down by Young, pass tipped away by Majerus into the hands of Bergmeyer. Bergmeyer will feed it out on the wing to Christian. Christian will bring it up top, gets it back off to Bergmeyer. Spartans going man-to-man to open things up as well. Christian with it on the left wing. Looking inside, now fires up the 3 as they don't come out to defend. His 3 up no good. Anthony Young will come down with a rebound. He'll get it off into the hands of Rasmussen. Rasmussen will bring it up, picked up by Bergmeyer. 6:50 to go first quarter, 2-0. Wildcats with the lead. Rasmussen going to fire up a 3 right wing, up no good. A rebound taken down by Majerus. Dawson coming in, averaging 5.4 rebounds per game. Bergmeyer up top, penetrates in. Floater in the lane, up no good. Young will clear another rebound for the Spartans off to Rasmussen. Wildcats will drop back, man-to-man defense again. Again, Casey Minders and I typing up recaps of all of tonight's area basketball and wrestling. Our bowling and swimming for tonight, both postponed. Cannon Hansen, little duck under move. His shot up no good. Rebound tipped into the hands of Bergmeyer. Bergmeyer will bring it down, dumps it out on the wing to Christian. Christian going to penetrate up top over to the right wing to Colby Wallace. Wallace defended out there by Young, comes off a screen by Hine. They'll circle it left side again to Christian. Jewell jumps out at him. Majerus comes and sets a screen. They work it back over now to Bergmeyer, right side, brings it up top. Great look up top from Majerus to the cutter, Hine, and the basket up in good. 4-0 in favor of Glidden Ralston. Hansen with it left side again. Hine with a really nice cut here a moment ago. Now the shot inside from Young is up in good. The Spartans on the board. 4-2. Exira-EHK kind of had a history this year in the games I've been at of staying with teams into the second half, and then they just seem to, not a lot of depth. They seem to struggle. Bergmeyer going to pick up an assist. He'll get it to Hine, who is cutting in. Hine with his second bucket of the ball game. 6-2 now. They've got some guys that can really shoot it. Owen Jewell, one of them. His three from the left side, no good. Majerus with his second rebound. Off now to Bergmeyer. He's going to attack on Rasmussen. Drives in, stripped away, but then Rasmussen came up, and they're going to call him for a travel. And the officials should really talk about that one because Rasmussen stripped the ball away from him while he was in the air. So technically, he should be able to come back down with the basketball. Rasmussen will bring it up. They'll go under 5 remaining here in the first quarter. Penetrates down the left side. We're going to get a reach-in foul going to go on Bergmeyer. It's actually kind of a hold call. That'll be number 1 on him first on the Wildcats here in the quarter. That's going to get Alex Daniel into the ball game. So the 5'6" senior, or 5'6" junior, going to check in. He'll check in for Christian. Wildcats staying there man-to-man. Spartans inbound in front of the Wildcat bench. They'll get it to Rasmussen in the backcourt. 4:50 to go here, first quarter. 6-2 Glidden Ralston. Up top to Young, left side Rasmussen. Rasmussen with it. Gets Jewell, penetrates down to the free throw line from the top of the key. Back over to Rasmussen. Left wing three up, no good. Wallace going to let that one bound, out of bounds. Must not have wanted that rebound stat as he lets that one bound, out of bounds. And the ball will go back over to the Wildcats. Will Miners running our video again. If you watch the girls, you'll have to go out of that broadcast and then go in and find the boys. It's right there on the CB Sports Network YouTube channel, also on our CB Sports Network website. Again, our video broadcast brought to you by Fun Top and Jeans. Majerus, nice step-through move at the rim, able to lay it up and in. The 6'2 junior with his first bucket tonight. 8-2 now in favor of the Wildcats. Rasmussen up top. Works it left side. Daniel flashes out at him. Now over to Young, left side, top of the key, defended by Hine. Pass goes into the bench. And the turnover will give it over now to the Wildcats. 4:06 to go here in this first quarter of play. We do have Jeff Storyhan in the house tonight. He'll take some photos for us, and those are going to be free to download. You'll either find those on the Jeannie Kirchhoff Facebook page or on the Carroll Broadcasting Sports Network website and Facebook page. Also on Mackey Motors. Mackey Motors and Jeannie Kirchhoff are two sponsors of that. Daniel with it. They work it to Majerus inside Bergmeyer over to Hine. Hine drives in from the left side top of the key, attacks the rim and lays it up and in. He's got 6 here early. 10-2 right now in favor of the Wildcats. Bryce Brabham is checked into the ball game. Young will kick it out to Jewell, left corner, 3 in and out, no good. Hine going to come down with a rebound. Number 1 tonight for Waylon Hine. Daniel with it up top, looking for some help. Wallace will pop out on the left wing. Gets it up top now to Hine. They'll circle over to Daniel on the right wing. Daniel thought about driving as it knocked away by Jewell. He'll poke it back up and now gets it off to Bergmeyer. 3 on the way up, no good. Hine, another rebound, his second of the ball game. Over to Wallace right side. Wallace penetrates in, attacks, lost it on the reverse layup, and now that one's going to be a travel. Lost it on the way up, went up and got his own rebound and came back down with it. A turnover going to give it over here to the Spartans. 3:09 to go here in the first quarter. So Rasmussen will bring it up. Penetrates in, gets it over to Jewell. Jewell will drive, right elbow jumper on the way up, no good. Wallace will clear the rebound, his first. Colby comes in, averaging 8 of those a game. They find Bergmeyer on the left side against Rasmussen, wanting to drive, nothing there. Now they'll work it right side. Wallace to fire up a 3, up and good. Nice job that time by Colby Wallace to catch that one in rhythm. His first bucket tonight. It's 13-2. They'll go inside, the Young ball tipped away into the hands of Waylon Hine. Wildcats with a chance to extend on that lead. Wallace over now to Daniel. Daniel with it, back over to Majerus, and over to Wallace. Wallace pump fake, gets into the lane, down to the left block, uses the left hand, shot up, no good. Hanson with a rebound for the Spartans, knocked away by Daniel. Hanson will pick it up, gets it over to Rasmussen, up across half court. Rasmussen, pull-up jumper from up top, his 3 on the way up in good. First bucket tonight for Austin Rasmussen. That's going to make it a 13-5 lead for the Wildcats. Daniel comes off a screen, gets it up top to Majerus, left wing, Bergmeyer. Fake coming up top now, attacks the baseline. Reverse layup is blocked by Young. Young will come up with a rebound. Probably needed one more dribble, come out on that side and take a power layup. That would have been open. Jewell with it now over to Brabham. Brabham drives in, runner on the way, in and out, no good. Hine can't quite squeeze in the rebound. Spartans will come up with it. Hansen attacks off the right side, drives in, going to draw some contact and going to get some free throws out of this trip. So just as it looked like the Wildcats were going to pull away here in the first quarter, the Spartans get some stops on the defensive end and now get things going offensively. Cannon Hansen will head to the free throw line. That team foul here a moment ago, the second against the Spartans. Hansen will hit the free throw, the foul on Daniel, and that's going to be his first. Cannon Hansen, a 50% free throw shooter on the season. Second one upcoming. Carson Peters, 5'8" junior, outstanding golfer, has checked into the ballgame. Good three-point shooter as well for Glidden Ralston. 13-7, 5-0 run right now for the Spartans. Bergmeyer hands it over to Peters. Peters defended out there by Hansen. Now they'll roll him off a screen, picked up by Brabham as the Spartans are switching on screens. Peters over to the right side to Daniel. Daniel looking to drive in, step back move. They work it left side now to Peters. Glidden not attacking the rim as much right now. Three-point shot from Wallace up and good. Wallace hits his second three of the ballgame. He's a good shooter. That'll make it 16-7 Wildcats. Under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Rasmussen backs it out, bounces it left side now, penetrating down Jewell just outside the left elbow. Pull-up jumper, no good. Bergmeyer comes down with his second rebound. He'll push. Spartans do a nice job getting back. Bergmeyer drives all the way in and hits a tough layup. There was some contact on that, no called. And the lead is 18-7, back to an 11-point lead. That matches the largest lead of the game for the Wildcats. Rasmussen over to Hansen. Hansen with it, trying to drive in. About 0.6 of a second difference between the shot and game clock. Brabham up top with it, 17 to go here. Drives in, behind the back pass to Nelson. Free throw jumper up, no good. Brabham will clear. Rasmussen will back it out as now the Spartans going to hold for the final shot here of the quarter, down to 5. They find Young, left side, top of the key. Don't know if he realizes how much time. Off to Rasmussen, shot blocked. Wallace with the rebound. And that is going to do it for the first quarter of play as the ball bounces up here on the stage. 18-7, Glidden Ralston's going to lead it. We're through a 1 quarter of play. We've got the second quarter coming up for you. And we'll be back with that second quarter coming up in 1 minute here on 93.7 at KKRL.
Being a part of a team is not only fun, it can give our students a sense of identity and help them develop long-term relationships. This is Dr. Nate Luth, Next Generation Chiropractic. Student athletes, make sure you are taking care of your body before, during, and after the game. Proper warm-ups and cool-down are vital to staying on the field or court, and having regular chiropractic appointments can help reduce the risk of injury. Stay in the game by taking care of your body. Good luck to all area student athletes this season. Let's stay healthy and have fun.
Area high school students have several college courses available to them at the DMACC Carroll campus and the Templeton Regional Center. The courses and books are available to students at no cost. High school students, contact your high school counselor today to talk about how DMACC college credits can be a part of your high school plan.
It's really nice to be able to get college credits to maybe go further degree or just use your auto program to go into the workforce right away.
5 victory at Peyton Shernan tonight on Kick 106.7. Here we head to the second quarter of the boys game. Glidden Ralston jumped out to a 4-0 lead, got up 13-2. That was cut to 13-7. They closed out that first quarter on a 5-0 run as Majerus drives in, going to draw some contact, and Brabham will pick up the foul. That's going to be number 1 on the 5'10 junior. Dawson Majerus will head to the free throw line. 61% free throw shooter on the season. First free throw attempts for the Wildcats tonight. Free throw on the way is up off of the back of the rim, no good. 18-7 again in favor of Glidden here very early, 11 seconds into the second quarter. Our Culver's halftime report will come up. Free throw is up, no good. Rebound tipped around to Waylon Hine. Going to come out of there with it for Glidden Ralston. They try to go inside to Majerus. He's tied up and stripped away by Brabham. who then travels with the basketball, got up and just kind of drug the foot a little bit, but it was getting up from his knees that was the travel. All three of the officials kind of realized it at the same time. Again, coming up at our halftime, we're expecting to talk with Ashley Kaler and one of the Wildcats and also one of the Spartans going to join us. Colby Wallace fires up a three from the corner. Brabham with the rebound, gets it off now to Rasmussen. Our motor end player of the game will come up in the postgame as well. And again, you can watch and listen to this boys game on the CB Sports Network YouTube channel. That video production brought to you by a Fun Top and Jean. Shot missed on the other end. Rebound to Majerus, his third. A Fun Top and Jean's in Carroll, where the name says it all. It's brought to you tonight. Your filming work done here tonight by Will Miners. He's running that camera for us. Hine with it over to Bergmeyer. Bergmeyer will drive in. Ball tipped away. Bergmeyer regathers it in. Dumps it down to Hine in the right corner. Hine going to drive inside. Stops just above the block. Down to Bergmeyer. Up to the wing. Three on the way. Up, no good. Long rebound taken down by Nelson for the Spartans over to Jewell. Jewell going to push it ahead. Gets it off to Nelson. Really good shooter. He'll drive to the free throw line. Cut off to Brabham. He'll fire up a three. That one's up in good. The 5'10 junior averages 4 points per ball game. Known more as a rebounder. Able to hit his first three. And it's back to an 8-point game. Hine now inside for Majerus. Majerus has got 3 assists here tonight. Hine's got 4 buckets as he knocks that one down, and the lead is 10 at 20-10. Rasmussen left side now to Jewell. Jewell with it, defended out there by Christian, who's back onto the floor to Brabham on the right wing. Passes it down. Rasmussen brings it out on the baseline. Penetrates in. His runner is up, no good, but a whistle and a foul. Going to go on Dawson Majerus, his first. And the first against the Wildcats here in this second quarter. Again, both our bowling and swimming tonight postponed due to the cold weather. So Casey Miners and I will type up basketball and wrestling this evening. You can find all of those recap stories. It's the free throw by Rasmussen up and no good. We write complete recaps with stats sent to us by the coaches and results and recaps from every sporting event for every school that we cover and every sport that they have each and every night. And that's always available on the Brinks Exterior Sports Report. Go to sports.1380kcim.com. Rasmussen hits the second free throw. That's going to make it 20-11. If you don't want to stay up till 2 or 3 in the morning, sometimes to get those recaps, you can check out the website or the mobile app, the CB Sports Network mobile app. We always have everything posted before we call it a night, so it's always available for you first thing in the morning. Christian with it left wing, penetrates in up top to Hine, right side, top of the key, now off to Bergmeyer. Bergmeyer gets it over to Majerus, back out to Wallace on the wing. Wallace going to drive into the lane. Tough shot in traffic, up no good. Rebound to Young for the Spartans. Young over to Rasmussen. Rasmussen up across half court. They'll reset against this man-to-man defense. Hansen with it on the left wing, defended out there by Majerus. Up top, Young passed through the hands of through the hands of Nelson into the hands of Rasmussen. Driving into the lane, gets it up top. Hansen free throw jumper in and out, no good. Pulling down the rebound, Colby Wallace, his third of the ball game. Wallace going to bring it up now. Over to the right side to Christian. 20-11, Glidden with the lead. 5:10 to go first half. Culver's halftime report again coming up. Turnover that time by the Wildcats. Daniel Toft and Alex Daniel going to check in. Christian will check out, as does Majerus. Spartans will play 1 or 2 guys off of the bench. Wildcats a little bit deeper than that. Rasmussen up across half court. Wanted to go left. Now he finds Jewell cutting across. He'll drive down the right side of the lane. Out to Nelson. 3 on the way. Right side, top of the key. Up no good. Alex Daniel up high for the rebound. That'll be number 1 for Daniel. Daniel bounces it off to Bergmeyer. Gets to the free throw line. Out to Toft. Toft, a really good passer. Finds Daniel left side. 3 on the way. Up in good. Alex Daniel with the 3. Toft with the assist. The Wildcats have their largest lead here of the game. Now at 23-11. Their largest lead had been 11 a couple of different times. Now at 12. Hansen with it down the right side. Picks up the dribble. Gets it over to Jewell on the right wing. Jewell going to penetrate in. Lost it off his foot and out of bounds. And it will be Wildcat basketball. Good to see Rich Wallace in the house here tonight again, watching the Wildcats. Bergmeyer over to the left side. Wallace with it on the wing. Brabham comes to the scores table. Bergmeyer on the right wing. Now to Toff. Free throw jumper on the way. That one is short. Wallace saves it and does a great job getting it into the hands of Daniel. And it got it and caught it and then gathered himself as he was flying out of bounds and flipped it where only his teammate was at. Wallace now with it up top to Toft. Over it into the hands of Bergmeyer. Bergmeyer penetrates in. Pull up jumper on the way up. No good. Rebound tipped around. And Toft tips it out into the hands of Wallace. Over to Bergmeyer. 3 on the way up. Good. Jonathan Bergmeyer with his first 3. Came in as a three-point shooter, but now has developed other areas of his game. Last year shot a lot of threes. This year able to attack the rim. Also hit mid-range jumpers. The lead is at 26-11. Hansen with it now out to Nelson. To Rasmussen. He'll fire up a long 3. That one up in good. Now these young guys today, you got to be able to close out on them and get a hand on them. They're not afraid to shoot from 22, 23 feet. Daniel with it now over to Hine. They work it to Bergmeyer to Toft. Toft with it over to Wallace. Wallace drives in, dumps it off to Toft. Just inside the elbow, jumper up no good. Young will clear the rebound. He'll bring it up and gets it now to Nelson to Rasmussen. 2:50 to go here in the half. Again, our Culver's halftime report coming up. Expecting interviews with the Wildcat girls coach Ashley Kaler and one of the players, and then one of the Spartans as well from that first game. Nelson in the lane, misses it off the right block. Rebound tip that time from Wallace into the hands of Hine, who now gets it to Bergmeyer, who drives all the way down, and Bergmeyer with a nice kiss off of the glass over here. It's 28-14. Bergmeyer here in the game now with a 9. Hansen with it left wing, working against Hine. Tries to flip it to Nelson. It is stolen away by Wallace. Wallace ahead to Hine, makes a tough catch and goes up and lays it in. Great athleticism shown that time by Waylon Hine. Had to catch that one with a guy on him and then spin to the basket. Rasmussen working against Daniel, gets it off to Nelson, defended out there by Wallace. They bounce it right side. The ball too low for Young to be able to handle. It's going to be out of bounds, and it's going to be Wildcat basketball. Matt Jarris will check in. He'll check in for Hine. Gideon King checking in along with Brabham. Young will check out, as will Jewell for the Spartans. 1:49 to go here in the half. 30-14, Glidden Ralston with the lead here. Trying to get the split here tonight as the Spartans won the girls' game. Bergmeyer going to fire up a 3. In and out, no good. Nelson comes down with a rebound. Now off to Rasmussen. Rasmussen will work it up the left side of the floor. Kicks it down on the wing to the baseline. Brabham. Brabham back up top to Nelson. Going to fire up a 3 up. No good. And Wallace tracks down the rebound. I've got him for 6 of those unofficially. Bounce pass right side to Bergmeyer. 3 up. Off the rim, no good. And Toft battling right now with Nelson for the rebound. We're going to get a jump ball. Possession arrow is going to favor the Spartans. Owen Jewell to check in. Carson Peters to check in. Looks like King going to check out. Looks like Toft going to check out. 1:16 to go here in the half. It's been all Wildcats in this one. Got up 4-0. Built that lead out to 13-2. A 5-0 run made it 13-7, but the Wildcats closed the half, or the quarter, first quarter on a 5-0 run, led at 18-7. They've extended it here in the second quarter. Timeout called by the Spartans. We'll step away with them back in 30 seconds here on 93.7 at KKRL.
Oh, hell no, not again. Has the roof on your home or business been damaged by the recent hailstorm? Does your roof need looked at? Let our hail damage experts at Brinks Exteriors work for you to get you a new roof. Call 712 Roof Pro. We know the last thing you want to do is worry about your biggest investment. Hail happens, but we can fix it. Call Brinks Exteriors now for a free roof inspection. 712 Roof Pro.
Coming to you live here from the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. Rasmussen with it. Spartans called that timeout here a moment ago. They'll get it off to Jewell. They look for the backdoor cut, and Wallace did a nice job overplaying that backdoor cut, so they weren't able to get it to Nelson. The turnover going to give it back over now to the Wildcats. Just over a minute remaining. We'll go under a minute now. Bergmeyer will bring it up. Wallace cuts down through. Bergmeyer attacks, gets all the way to the rim, and draws some contact from Brabham, who came over to block it. That'll be 2 on him. Bergmeyer went up strong and then double clutched at the last moment and drew that contact. He's trying to battle through it right now. Bergmeyer will head to the line. Very good free throw shooter, 81% on the season. Wildcat cheerleaders down here in front of us. They're cheering him on. Free throw is up and good. And Will Miners, our filmer here tonight, kind of pointed out that timeout called here a moment ago was the first timeout called by either team here in this ballgame. Second free throw on the way up, good as well. Lucas Christian going to check back into the ballgame. He'll check in now for Bergmeyer. 32-14 in favor of Glidden Ralston. 18-point lead here. Rasmussen will bring it up. Wildcats should get another possession. Jewell with it on the left wing. Shot clock at 25, game clock at 43. Jewell attacks left side, drives down to the elbow. Daniel goes down. That lets Jewell open at the free throw line. His shot up no good. Christian will come down with a rebound. Off now to Daniel. About a half-second difference between the shot and game clock. Peters open over on the right side. His three up no good. Brabham will come down with the rebound. Shot clock is off. Austin Rasmussen will bring it up. Defended out there by Daniel. Spartans need a bucket here going into the halftime. If you're the Wildcats, you want to stop. Down to 10. Daniel forcing him out near the scores table. He'll pick up the dribble. Down to 6. Gets it off to Nelson in the half-court circle. Now to Hansen. Hansen in some trouble. They'll get it to Brabham. Fires one up at the buzzer. It's up no good. And the Wildcats, with a great defensive stand there, will take a 32-14 lead into the halftime. We'll step away, take a break. We've got interviews coming up as part of our Culver's halftime report. That's next right here on 93.7 at KKRL.
Life's better when you're under our roof.
Danny dreams fearlessly.
Because when you feel protected,
It's okay.
your family's free to pursue their dreams.
So are you brave?
I'm brave.
I'm fearless.
I'm fearless.
Bundle life and save up to 25% on home and auto. American Family Insurance.
For details, contact Nicole Unken at Nicole Unken Agency.
This is Iowa, and Avela Bank has called Iowa home since 1870. With 17 locations across the state, we're proud to be part of your community. Right now, you can open an Avela Bank Simply Free checking account for you or your business and get a new debit card immediately. We'll even buy your old bank's unused checks. Stop by or visit us online to see how we're making better banking available for you. Avela Bank, member FDIC.
From puddings to framing to finish. For farm, home, or commercial, for more than 90 years, Wall Lake Lumber Company has been proud to help our communities grow. With 4 convenient locations and one of the largest building material inventories in the area, we are sure to be able to fill all your building needs. From project design and estimating to friendly advice, we can't wait to be part of the process for you. Wall Lake Lumber, with locations in Wall Lake, Lakeview, Odebolt, and Carroll. We're not your grandpa's lumberyard.
Culver's is celebrating 40 years in business, 12 of those years in Carroll. Culver's welcome to Delicious. We're talking Glidden Ralston girls basketball right now. The Wildcats fall tonight to a very good Exira-EHK team, 63-29. But Olivia Squibb, a talented freshman for the Wildcats, joining us here tonight. Olivia, I know not exactly the way you wanted things to go tonight, but what do you take away from games like tonight?
We just need to push the ball more and spacing. That's a big thing on offense. That's something that we need to work on in practice and stuff, and just figuring out how to play as a team. And all of us have games that we can do stuff, that we do good things, and we just need to put it together.
You play with a lot of confidence out on the floor. I think you've played a lot of basketball in your life. How's that transition now that you're about 3/4 of the way through your freshman year? How's that transition kind of into high school ball, playing and starting right away as a freshman, gone for you?
This year's been hard because I haven't played with any of the girls before, but I feel like I'm fitting in pretty good, and my team's doing pretty good with it. So
how's that relationship kind of building, especially like with you and Allison and Cassidy? You three seem to kind of have a pretty good feeling with each other right now.
Yeah, we talk a lot and figure out things outside of practice and outside of stuff. Like, we talk about it and we figure things out that's going wrong. So
how did you try to attack that Spartan pressure tonight and stuff, either in the full court or in the half court?
just share the ball on that side of the court. It'd be a lot easier if we controlled the tempo and not let them make us go faster than we need to.
Is your favorite thing defense or offense? Because you play both
Definitely
well.
defense.
What is it about defense?
Just being able to help my team with, if they lose track of their girl, then I can step up and help them out. Offense is just a little harder for me. Just need to get that confidence.
I was saying, I'll give you confidence because you can shoot it from the outside. You can also score inside. So which of those do you enjoy more, knocking down the three or getting to the rim and scoring on somebody?
I definitely like the three, but when I can get inside, that's always fun to do.
Well, I tell you what, you're fun to watch, so keep up the good work. I appreciate you joining us here tonight. Best of luck coming up.
Thank you.
You bet. Olivia Squibb joining us. We've got head coach Ashley Kaler going to slide in here into the post-game area. And Coach, appreciate you joining us. I'm going to have you slide in here just a little bit more. Maybe I can get you a little bit more room there. There you go. Coach, I know not exactly the way you wanted things to go tonight. They got off to a start. You guys scored first, but they go on a 12-0 run at that point. They were putting some full court pressure on you. I thought at times you were able to break it, and then you looked like you wanted to attack off that.
Yeah, I mean, I think we did a decent job. We tried to control the tempo of it. They wanted to speed you up and get you going fast. So I thought the girls, I thought Olivia, Allie, Cassie, they did a good job of handling that and taking charge of it. They're going to get their steals, and they got their steals. But for the most part, I thought it was all right.
Was the toughest part of their pressure getting the ball inbounds? Once you got it inbounds, did you feel like you were able to get it up and get into the half-court sets?
Yep, it was the pressure right away. I mean, they did a good job of taking Olivia away on our press break. And then, Cassie got up down the sideline. Once we got Cassie the ball off the sideline, I felt like, we could take it down the court pretty easily with that. But it was definitely the pressure to start with. That was hard for us to get. We try to mix in a couple of different of our press breakers. One of them worked pretty well. The other one, we'll see kind of thing. But we're learning. So it was good to see that, once we got it in, it wasn't that effective. We got it down the court.
Where were you trying to attack them in that half-court offense tonight?
Well, they, penetrating through. We really talked about cutting through the lanes tonight and trying to cut through. I thought we did a really good job of the first quarter of really breaking it down and moving with our offense and cutting it through. We could have done a better job of sharing the ball a little bit more with the extra kick and the pass, but we tried to cut through and off the top of the key. We got some nice jumpers. We got some nice looks tonight, so that was good to see.
I thought coming in, I've seen them a few times, they usually shoot a lot of threes. They seem to want to attack the rim more tonight. How did you feel like you guys defended them tonight? And then did they give you some looks with that attacking the rim early in the game, kind of more than what you expected?
Yeah, I thought they did attack the rim a lot harder tonight with it. They got a couple baseline shots to up two on us a little bit. Their second chances was what hurt us tonight. We got a couple cheap fouls because of it too. Right. So we just got to get better at boxing out, and rebounding was crucial tonight. We needed to rebound a lot better.
River Valley on the road Thursday night. I know with the game tonight, a conference game. Have you had a chance to peek at them?
Just peek a little bit. Don't know a whole lot about them. They're a decent team. They're tall, so they'll play. We have to make sure we rebound, and that's kind of been the key this whole year is rebounding. We got to box out and get physical.
Well, I tell you what, I appreciate you coming up. The best of luck coming up Thursday, and nice job out of you and the girls here tonight.
All right, thank you.
You bet. Ashley Kaler, again, the head coach for the Glidden Ralston Wildcats. We do have one of the Spartan girls. I don't know, is it going to be Jay Lynn joining us here tonight? And she's going to slide in here into the headphones. And Will, can you step up for just a moment and let her have a seat here, because she's got kind of a bum ankle here tonight. We don't want you having to stand on that. First, I got to ask, how you feeling right now?
Doing better, that's for sure.
Doing better. So ankle, I don't want to go too much into it, but step on somebody, is that what happened down there?
I think someone fell on me, actually.
Okay. But talk about the early part of the game when you were in here tonight. How did you feel out there? You guys able to attack the rim? I was just talking with Coach Kaler about that. I'm so used to you guys firing up a lot of threes, and tonight I thought you were more aggressive in getting to the rim. So talk about trying to get to the rim and getting those offensive rebounds.
Coming into Glidden, I think we all came pretty confident. We were able to fill the lanes pretty good, so we were able to execute our plays that we were given. I think that's what really stood out and helped us in the win tonight.
I thought you passed the ball and rebounded really well tonight. Talk about that skill for you and seeing the open floor, especially on the break. There was a couple of times tonight where you caught it like over on the side and you threw that long pass to somebody cutting on the other side. So talk about your vision out on the court and how you're able to see open teammates.
I'd say I know most of my players pretty well. Just being aggressive down below, and I know they're going to be able to fill the lanes. I'm confident in what they're doing, so I'm able to get it to them.
Feel like you're kind of rounding back into shape with this group here in the second half of the season?
Definitely. It's a great group of girls to be around, easy to get along with. I love it here. I don't know.
How good can this team be the rest of the way, do you think? You got a big win a little over a week ago over at Woodbine, so how good can this team be here the second half?
Based on defense, I think we'll be pretty high up there. We still have a lot to work on, but we really get out into practice, and Coach really pushes us. Seniors push us. I think we'll get to the top.
I did talk to Coach Peterson in between games, and I asked him, like, you guys play as hard a defense as anybody I've seen from the moment the ball goes out of bounds all the way through. So talk about buying in on the defensive end, because defense is about effort and want to, because it's not a lot of fun sometimes to play. So talk about playing with that energy on the defensive end.
I mean, starting from even the younger girls, they really get after it too, all the way to the seniors. Everyone just loves being there. They're able to rotation. Our rotation is great. Just whatever we're given, I feel like we put it into play and we do the best we can.
Got Van Meter coming up now on Saturday. Are you peeking ahead at that one already? Do you know much about him?
Just a little bit. Definitely going to have to work on our defensive factors. It's a great group of coached girls, but I think we can get it done.
Well, I hope to see you Saturday. I got a wrestling tournament I want to get to in the morning, but I'm going to try to get down to watch you girls play Saturday afternoon. So appreciate you coming up. Take care of yourself, and we hope to see you again here soon.
Thank you.
You bet. Jalen Peterson joining us again here in the Culver's halftime report again. And again, the Exira-EHK girls picking up the victory earlier tonight as they knocked off Glidden Ralston 63-29. Let's run you through our numbers here in the boys game in this first half of play. It is Glidden Ralston leading it right now 32-14 for Exira-EHK. You got Austin Rasmussen with 7, Anthony Young with 2, Bryce Brabham with 3 here in the ball game so far here in the game. For Glidden Ralston, they're 2 of 4 from the free throw line. Jonathan Bergmeyer right now in double digits with 11. Dawson Majerus with 2. Alex Daniel 3. Colby Wallace with 6, and Waylon Hine with 10. So again, that's our scoring here in the first half. 32-14, just getting ready to start our second half here tonight. Thanks for listening to our Culver's halftime report. Culver's celebrating 40 years in business, 12 of those years in Carroll. Culver's, welcome to Delicious. Culver's got great food too. I love their burgers. Their concrete mixers are fantastic. Rasmussen with it up top. They find it Young now on the elbow turnaround jumper. That's Nelson, shot up no good. Rebound tipped into the hands of Lucas Christian, our motor end player of the game, coming up in the postgame tonight. You're listening to high school basketball coverage here tonight. 93-7 at KKRL, Carroll, Iowa. Bergmeyer up top, over to Christian, down to Wallace in the left side. Back up top to Bergmeyer. Spartans stay man-to-man to open up the second half. Wallace on the left wing. Brings it left side, top of the key. They'll circle it right to Bergmeyer. Pick and roll with Hine. Catches it on the block, misses the shot. Rebound to Young. Got a little too far under. Hit that one on the bottom of the backboard on his way up. Rasmussen up top. Wildcats stay man-to-man to open up the second half. Rasmussen back over to Jewell on the right wing. They look inside, up top now to Young, over to the left side to Rasmussen. Bergmeyer closed out on him really well. Now to Hanson. Hanson just out from the right elbow, finds Nelson. Nelson drives in, double clutch. That shot going to end up out of bounds. Great defense from Dawson Majerus to force the double clutch. And he was about 8-10 feet away, just didn't have enough power to be able to get that one up to the rim after the double clutch. And the ball out of bounds to the Wildcats. 30 to go here on the shot clock. Wallace on the right wing's got a couple of threes. He's going to check to see if he's still in that rhythm to start the half. He'll miss that one. Rasmussen will come down with a rebound. Rasmussen down the right side, dumps it off into the hands of Jewell. Jewell to the elbow, fadeaway jumper up, no good. Rebound taken out of there by Wallace. I've got Colby now with 7 rebounds. Over to Bergmeyer. Bergmeyer with it. Brings it out up top, defended by Rasmussen over to the right wing. Wallace with it. Back up now to Christian. Christian over to the left side to Bergmeyer. Rasmussen will defend. Up top, Majerus. Down to the right elbow to Hine on the wing. Drives in against Young. Kick out pass. Left corner three. Wallace up in good. Hine with the assist. Wallace his third three. That's the fifth three of the ballgame for Glidden Ralston. They lead it here 35-14. That's their largest lead here of the ballgame. Rasmussen to Young inside Nelson. Shot at the rim. No good. The rebound taken down by Majerus. His fourth ahead to Hine. Attacks it on the right side. Gets to the rim and lays it up and in. Waylon Hine now with it 12 here in the ballgame. 37-14. Spartans with the basketball. Wildcats with the lead. They tried to backdoor cut. Pass is tipped. And Lucas Christian will come out of there with the loose basketball now off to Bergmeyer. Bergmeyer drives down, gets to the free throw line. Pull up jumper up and good. We may get a timeout here for Exira-EHK. Nope, they're going to play through it. 39 now to 14. Rasmussen drives in, bounce pass over to Hansen. Three on the way left side. That one short, out of bounds off of Young. And it is going to be Wildcat basketball. Alex Daniel to check in for Majerus. Also checking into the ballgame. Landon Rohrbeck, the 5'5 junior. He'll check in as well. And checking out is going to be Lucas Christian. 5:01 to go here, third quarter. 39-14 right now our score. Rohrbeck with it. Over to Bergmeyer. Pick and roll again to Hine. Shot up no good. Hine going to draw some contact. He's going to head to the free throw line. Foul here a moment ago, the first on the Spartans here in the third quarter. That's going to go on Owen Jewell, his first in the ballgame. They've only had 3 fouls in the game. Hine at the line, free throw on the way is up in short. Hine a 50% free throw shooter on the season. You should expect, means he missed the first as a 50% shooter. You would think the second one would go. Anthony Young will check out. Brabham into the ballgame for the Spartans. Free throw on the way. This one up and good. Law of averages, folks. 39 now. 40-15. 40-14. Hansen over to Rasmussen. Jewell cuts down through. Nice job cutting him off by Rohrbeck. They work it over into the hands of Brabham up top. Over to Rasmussen, way out high on the right side. Back to Brabham, to Hansen on the left wing. Hansen tries to drive in on Hine, spins, and we're going to get help from Alex Daniel, but he is going to be called for the reach, and that'll be his second, first against the Wildcats here in the quarter. Not a shooting foul, as he was just spinning to the basket. Good crowd on hand, especially for Glidden Ralston here tonight. Home game, Colby Wallace with another steal. His second of the ballgame. Wallace will bring it up, finds the cutter, and Daniel lays it up and in. Colby Wallace putting together a really nice all-around ballgame. Alex Daniels got 5 on the night, 42 now to 14. Hansen drives in left side, cut off. Kick pass up top to Brabham. He's going to penetrate in. His pass over the head of Rasmussen and out of bounds. Another turnover for the Spartans. 3:58 to go here, third quarter. Jonathan Bergmeyer will bring it up. Works it up across half court. Over to the right side to Rohrbeck. He's going to fire up a jumper. That one's going to end up going out of bounds. Weave it with 5 threes in the first quarter. They lead a pretty good Peyton Handball Club, 23-5 at the end of the first quarter. I think that Rocket team slightly better than what that record is. They've got a couple of really special ball players. Trayvon Keeley, outstanding. Rasmussen with a nice drive, able to kiss that one off the glass. 42 now to 16 as Bergmeyer will bring it up. Finds Rohrbeck on the left wing. 3.5 to go, third quarter. Now to Hine. Over to the right side, Bergmeyer. Bergmeyer pick and roll again, and that time through the fingertips of Hine and out of bounds. Majerus going to check back into the ballgame. He's going to check in for Hine. Coach Tiggison has done a really nice job with this Glidden program. They're sitting 8-6 right now. Brabham penetrates in right side, gets it off now into the hands of Jewell. Jewell up top to Rasmussen. Rasmussen with it over to the right wing to Brabham, who saves it from going out of bounds after it was tipped. He'll drive in, dumps it to Nelson at the elbow. Kick out pass going to be thrown away, and it'll be out of bounds into the hands of the Wildcats. They work it over now to Daniel on the right wing. Daniel off the screen. Setting that screen, Majerus now to Bergmeyer left side. He'll drive in, pull up, jumper up in, good. Bergmeyer, another solid ball game here tonight, 44-16. Hanson with it down in the left corner right now. They get it over to the right side. Austin Rasmussen's three on the way up, no good. Rohrback will clear the rebound, his first. Daniel with it. Now to Bergmeyer. Bergmeyer pick and roll to Wallace, and the layup's up in good. Glidden Ralston using that pick and roll extremely well right now. 46-16. Brabham with it. Trying to drive, cut off by Bergmeyer. Up top, they work it over to the right side to Rasmussen. Rasmussen, defended by Daniel, gets it to Nelson at the elbow. Drives into the lane, kick out pass to Brabham. He's going to fire up a three. It's up in good. The Brabhams hit a couple of threes for them tonight. 46 now to 19 in favor of the Wildcats. They work it over into the hands now of Bergmeyer. Bergmeyer with it. Over it to Majerus, out to Daniel. Three on the way, looking to answer it. It's up, no good. We're going to get a fight for the rebound. I think that's going to go on Wallace. Kind of grabbed a hold of the guy in front of him and used him to try and slide around him. Substitutions as Bergmeyer will check out. We'll give you lineups. Majerus, Toft, Daniel, Rohrback, and Peters for Glidden Ralston. Young, Rasmussen, Jewell, Nelson, Brabham for Exira-EHK Kimballton. Rasmussen will bring it up. 46-19 our score. Just over a minute to go. Jewell on the left baseline. Penetrates in, kicks it out to Rasmussen. Three on the way. And now the three starting to fall for the Spartans. They're down here by 24, 46-22. Shot up, no good. Young will come down with a rebound. Rasmussen brings it up. Works it left side, tipped away by Majerus. It'll end up out of bounds. So the Glidden Ralston, Exira-EHK Kimballton pictures tonight again will be on the Jeannie Kirchhoff Facebook page. You can look for those coming up probably later tonight, tomorrow at the latest. Rasmussen's jumper up, no good. Alex Daniel will clear the rebound, his second. 46-22, 40 seconds to go here in this third quarter. Rohrback with it on the right wing. Up top to Toft. Toft looking for the backdoor cut. Finds Daniel. Kick out pass to Peters in the corner. And that one goes into the hands of Jaylyn Peterson, who's sitting down there in the front row and does a nice job. She was on her phone, but got the head up in time to make a nice catch over there. Shows those good reflexes. Most of the kids on their phones nowadays. Shot up by Nelson, no good. Even Will's got the Iowa game over here to the right. Peters will bring it up. Toft just grabbed that rebound here a moment ago. Couldn't even get Will to smile on that one. Wildcats holding for the final shot here. 10 seconds to go in the quarter. He'll penetrate in over to Rohrback. Right corner three up, no good. Weak side rebound to Rasmussen. 3 seconds to go. He'll push it ahead. Looks to attack. Gets it up. The shot off the rim, no good. Third quarter will come to an end. Wildcats lead it here 46-22. Couple of late threes that time for Exira-EHK Kimballton. Cut into that lead. They were outscored 14-8 in that quarter. 6 of them coming in about the last 2 minutes from beyond the arc. We'll head to the fourth quarter. Wildcats up 24. Back in a minute here on 93.7 KKRL.
From footings to framing to finish. For farm, home, or commercial, for more than 90 years, Wall Lake Lumber Company has been proud to help our communities grow. With 4 convenient locations and one of the largest building material inventories in the area, we are sure to be able to fill all your building needs. From project design and estimating to friendly advice, we can't wait to be part of the process for you. Wall Lake Lumber, with locations in Wall Lake, Lakeview, Odebolt, and Carroll. We're not your grandpa's lumber yard.
DePaco Credit Union strengthens your well-being. Build strong communities. Because when our members love life, it makes a brighter community for all. DePaco can help you be well.
Could not have done it by myself.
Spartans with the basketball as we start the fourth quarter here on KKRL. Shot up by Rasmussen, three up top, no good. Colby Wallace with the rebound off to Bergmeyer. Bergmeyer will bring it up, gets it across half court. 7.5 to go here in the game. Over to the right wing now. Wallace with it, up top to Daniel. Daniel over to the left side now to Bergmeyer, defended by Rasmussen up top. Christian to the right wing to Daniel. Bounce pass inside, kicked by Jewell. It'll stay with the Wildcats. Cannon Hansen set to check in. He'll check into the ball game, and who is he coming in for? It's going to be Young. Daniel the inbound over in front of the Glidden Ralston bench. Coach Tiggeson, one of the Wildcats, expected to join us in the postgame tonight. Lucas Christian with it left side, his three on the way up in, good. So Lucas Christian picks up the bucket, long pass down to Brabham. His shot at the rim is up in, good. So Brabham with his first 2-point bucket here tonight. And it's now 49-24. Wallace over to Christian. Wallace back over to Bergmeyer now over on the left side. Bergmeyer dump pass down to Wallace on that pick and roll. Spartans defend it better now out to Hine. His three is up no good. Christian will come down with the rebound. Out to Wallace, three on the way up in, good. Colby Wallace with his 4-3 here tonight. 52-24 now in favor of Glidden Ralston. Hansen drives in, bounce pass to the cutter Nelson, out to Jewell, left corner, three up no good. Waylon Hine will clear his fifth rebound, off now to Christian. Christian brings it down, finds Bergmeyer, he'll catch and fire, up good. Jonathan Bergmeyer with his second three here tonight. 55 now to 24, Glidden Ralston with the lead here early in the fourth quarter. Rasmussen with it. Comes off a screen by Brabham, who pops out. Bergmeyer defends him up top. Brabham trying to drive in. Kick pass over to Rasmussen. Pump fake got in the air. Drives in. Shot is up. No good, but Alex Daniel going to be called for trying to block that one from behind. And that'll be number 3 on Daniel. 5:51 to go here. Rasmussen will head to the free throw line. It's the first on the Wildcats here in the fourth quarter. Glidden Ralston's got a host of subs sitting over there at the scores table. Rasmussen's free throw on the way is up and good. Rasmussen 2 of 3 at the line tonight. 55-25 now in favor of the Wildcats. Toft comes on. Grayson Renzi comes on to the floor. Also checking in is Blaise Nelson. Free throw is up and good for Rasmussen. 55-26. Nelson will bring it up over to Carson Peters. Now to Toft, they find the cutter Rohrbeck. Shot up no good. Nelson down with a rebound over to Rasmussen. Rasmussen will bring it up. Tries to drive on Rohrbeck, cut off, gets it out to Nelson. Nelson against Renzi, kick pass over to the left side. Hansen drives in. Kick pass is knocked away. Good defense that time by the Wildcats. Landon Rohrbeck comes up with it. Getting his hand on it was Renzi. Peters tries to drive in, finds Toft up top. Now to Renzi, 3 on the way up. Good. Grayson Renzi, the 6'2 sophomore, hits the 3. It's 58-26. Rasmussen left side for the Spartans. Now off to Jewell. Pull-up jumper on the way up, no good. Carson Peters comes down with a rebound. His first. He'll bring it up left side for the Wildcats. Crossover dribble now goes behind the back. Flips it to Toft over to the right wing. That one between Nelson and Rohrbeck. And neither one of them knew who the ball was going to. It'll go out of bounds. And the turnover going to give it back over now to the Spartans. Gideon King going to check back in for Cannon Hansen for Exira Kimbleton. Coach Tiggeson right now talking to some of the guys on his bench over there. Maybe looking to make another substitution here soon. Rasmussen will bring it up. Works it down the right side. Bounces it in. Turnaround jumper by King. Up and good off the glass. 58 now 28. Peters throws it. Rohrbeck will track it down near the bench. Up top to Toft. Backdoor cut. Peters have to save it as that pass was a little bit too much out in front of him. And the turnover going to give it back over now to the Spartans as things have gotten a little sloppy. A lot of times when you bring in some of the younger guys that always don't see a lot of minutes, things can get a little sloppy, and that's happened here. Rasmussen off now to Jewell. Jewell to the free throw line. Over to Brabham. He's going to fire up the three. No good. Toft will clear the rebound. Long pass down to Rohrbeck. He's going to be fouled by Brabham. And that is going to be number 3 and the 5'10 junior. That'll be the first against the Spartans here in the fourth quarter. Carson Peters will check out as Colton Rohrbeck will check in, the 5'6 freshman. Hansen checks in now for Brabham for the Spartans. 4:08 to go in this one. Glidden has emptied the bench here tonight. Everybody that is suited has played. Colton Rohrbeck with it. Now over to Landon. Get it to Nelson. Runner on the way up. No good. The rebound taken down by Jewell off to Rasmussen. Rasmussen brings it up. Works it down the left side. Out to Nelson. He'll fire up a three. It's up no good. Battle for the rebound. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Hansen. And it is going to be Glidden Ralston basketball. 3:48 to go in this one. Mackey Motors tailgate coming up at the conclusion of this one. Landon Rohrbeck with it. Drives in. Gets it off now to Renzi. He's got 1-3. Looking for a second. He's going to knock that one down. Grayson Renzi with his second three here tonight. 61 now 28. Glidden with the lead. Rasmussen will drive in. Floater on the way up. No good. Rebound tipped out to Jewell. Jumper on the way is up in good. First bucket tonight for Owen Jewell. Wildcat lead down to 31. Jewell comes in averaging 7 a game. Landon with it on the left side. 2 Rohrbacks out there. We'll try to call them by their first name. They get it over on the right side now. Jumper on the way. Nope, doesn't take it from Colton. Goes to Toft instead. Backdoor cut, and the layup is up in good for Blaise Nelson. Toft with the assist. 63-30. Jewell down. Pull-up jumper in and out. No good. Rebound tipped around and into the hands of Grayson Renzi. Nelson will bring it up for the Wildcats. Finds it. Landon on the right wing. Landon going to fire up a three up off the back of the rim. No good. Rebounded Jewell. 2:35 to go in this one. Rasmussen across half court. Picked up out there by Colton Renzi. Over to the left wing. Nelson going to drain the three. Josh Nelson's first three tonight. The 6th of the night for the Spartans. 63-33. Glidden with the lead. Renzi over to Colton. Now to Toft. Toft looking for the cutter. Finds Landon. It's knocked away. And through that pass, he was finding the cutter. But the cutter was going to be driving there, running into 4 defenders. And when he caught the ball and took one dribble, all of a sudden he had 4 defenders on him and ends up losing it. Subs now coming in for Exira and Kimbleton. Let's see who's coming into the ball game. Looks like Josiah King has checked in. Skylar Traver has checked into the ball game. Young back out onto the floor. Also checking in is Gavin Antover. Shot up is up and good from Renzi at the rim. And the lead is at 65-33. Renzi with a nice game. He's got 8 off of the bench. All of them coming here in the fourth. Now Blaise Nelson tips the pass. Wildcats come up with a steal. We're going to count the basket on the other end. 1 free throw coming up here as the Wildcats beginning to push this one ahead even more. It's Carson Peters with his first bucket. He'll have a chance to go to the free throw line. That foul here a moment ago on Antover, his first. Peters' free throw is up and good. And we will have a continuous clock for the final minute 45 of this one. Antover brings it up, comes off a screen up top. Peters will defend, pass tipped. I'll gather it in that time with King. Over to the left side. Traver with it, drives in, pull-up jumper with the left hand, off the glass, no good. Landon Rohrbeck with the rebound, he'll run it up. Gets it up across half court, drives in, gets all the way to the rim, misses the layup. Craver will come up with a rebound. Off now to Antover. Again, Derek Tiggison, one of the Glidden boys, expected to join us here in the Mackey Motors tailgate. Now the ball dribbled out of bounds. It's going to be off of the knee of Josiah King. He was attacking down the right side. Had the ball go off his knee, out of bounds. Wildcats will have it. The lead 35. Again, they forgot to have the continuous clock, so they did stop it. We do have continuous clock right now. 3-point shot from Landon Rohr, back up, no good. And the ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch. The officials have got to catch that. They keep stopping it now. Oh, they called a foul, but you don't stop the clock unless there's free throws. Antover will bring it up. Works it across half court. Ball stripped, stolen away by Holton Rohr. Back. His layup is no good at the other end. And then he was standing out of bounds trying to save the rebound as the ball got tipped to him. And it will go over now to the Spartans. So Andover will bring it up, works it across half court. Good win here tonight for Glidden. It's going to be their 4th straight turnover on the Spartans. They'll move to 9-6, 7-4 in the league. They're off to next Tuesday when they'll host Woodbine, who's ranked number 3. Right now, a game up on Coon Rapids Bayard in the conference. No shot clock on now, so the Wildcats will dribble this one out. More than likely, they won't take a shot here, and they'll go home with a 68-33 victory. Really good defensive night here tonight for Glidden Ralston. Blaise Nelson going to dribble it out. Wildcats going to win it here tonight by a final of 68-33. That's our final score. We'll step away, take a break. We'll be back with our Mackey Motors tailgate, and that is coming up in 3.5 minutes here on 93.7 at KKRL.
Midwest Wholesale is your local building products headquarters. We have everything you need for your smaller home improvements to the building of your home or commercial building. We pride ourselves on giving you top-notch service, quality products with competitive prices. So whether you're a do-it-yourselfer, a contractor, or you just need a little help on a project, Midwest Wholesale is a one-stop resource for all your building needs. Midwest Wholesale, how you want it, when you want it, where you want it, we deliver.
Motor Inn of Carroll is your hometown team for all of your sales, service, parts, and collision needs all season long. From the helpful sales staff to the area's best service department, Motor Inn of Carroll has the expertise that you need to stay on the road and keep that auto investment looking good. From work to play, they have it all. Good luck to all the area teams from Motor Inn of Carroll.
Family owned and operated since 1948, Quant Auto Salvage is the area's best full-service scrap facility. Whether you are looking to sell scrap iron, vehicles, or batteries, or you need to locate that difficult-to-find part for your vehicle, they have what you need. And if it isn't in stock, they can locate it with their nationwide parts database, or you can pull it yourself at their You Pull It. Quant Auto Salvage. They sell the best and recycle the rest on Kitty Hawk Avenue in Carroll.
Olson's Outdoor Power is your one-stop service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business, from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things outdoor. Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
St. Anthony Regional Hospital, the regional leader in healthcare, dedicated to improving the health of the people they serve. At St. Anthony Regional Cancer Center, you'll find the convenience of cancer and oncology consultation and treatment in one convenient location. At St. Anthony Clinic, you'll find a team of doctors and nurses that care about you and your family's health. St. Anthony Clinic is devoted to comprehensive healthcare for people of all ages. For every stage of life, always look to the cross. Always St. Anthony.
From
almost 150 years, Roselle Mutual has been insuring homes, farms, and so much more in Carroll and the surrounding communities. We offer outstanding coverage whether you need it for your shiny new car, your next ATV ride in the trails, or boating day on the water, or you're looking to put better protection on your family home and farm. Roselle Mutual and Grinnell Mutual are here to provide you with expertise, exceptional service, and quality insurance for all of your needs. For commercial, farm, home, and auto insurance, give us a call today at 792-4525. Roselle Mutual, proudly insuring the area since 1876.
At Collins Aerospace, we believe in investing in our employees' future. That's why we are proud to offer our Employee Scholar Program. Whether you want to pursue a professional certificate or a degree related to the industry, we offer full tuition reimbursement and even paid study time. Our Employee Scholar Program is the perfect tool to help achieve the future you've been dreaming of. At Collins, we don't just want to offer you a job, we want to offer you a career and a future in aerospace. For details on the Collins Aerospace Employee Scholar Program, visit us at careers.rtx.com.
Recover and perform. We've got our Mackey Motors tailgate brought to you by Mackey Motors Lake City, recipient of the GM Mark of Excellence Award for 15 years running. Together, let's drive at Mackey Motors in Lake City. Check them out online as well at MackeyMotors.com. Colby Wallace from Glidden Ralston joining us here in the postgame. Wildcats just pick up a 68-33 victory here tonight as they've won 4 straight to move to 9-6 on the season. Colby, congratulations. Nice effort for you and the guys tonight. Spartans coming in. They've battled some teams hard into the second half a lot tonight. Usually a pretty good three-point shooting team. Tonight, your guys' defense was really good. What do you think stood out for you defensively tonight?
Staying in the passing lanes, making sure they can't pass over top, to get those skip passes to open shots, and just trying to contest every shot that we can and make it difficult for them.
You had the job a lot of times of defending Nelson, who's kind of been their big scorer this year. How did you feel like that matchup went for you, and what did you do to try and kind of contain him tonight?
I thought it went pretty well for me personally. I tried to stick with him as much as I could around the three-point line and try to body him up as much as I could down low, and the double teams really helped down there too, but just trying to contest every shot I could.
Was it that three-point line that you were the most concerned about taking away for him here tonight?
Yeah, the first time we played him, he hit a few right over my head, and I was just trying to, I knew that it would be a battle coming into it.
Had a good night rebounding tonight. I had you with 8 of them. So what's it like for you? What's kind of the method for you when it comes to rebounding and boxing out and getting in there and fighting? What's kind of that thought process for you?
Just try to be physical down there and try to get up and get every board that I can. And I know I have some guards that box out really well with Johnny and Lucas, and when Alex comes in, and just hustling after the boards as much as I could.
I know you had put on some size and some strength for the football season. How much do you think being in the weight room and stuff helps you be physical here on the basketball court, and especially with rebounding and defense?
I think it helps me a lot with my movement and out trying to guard those guys up top, and then also having to guard the big guys down low. You have to be physical with them because a lot of times they're bigger than I am.
Offensively tonight, I had you 4 threes in the game, finished with 14 points. What was the rhythm like for you guys on the offensive end, and how were you able to spot up and get some shots?
I really haven't shot the ball very well lately, so I knew once I made that first one that they were going to fall tonight, so I just tried to relocate as much as I could and know that my shot had to go up quick with Nelson guarding me too. And offensively, I thought we played very well tonight.
I thought you guys really shared the ball. Talk about moving without the ball and the passing that this team had tonight.
I think Daniel Toft, he's a big part of it. When he gets in there, he knows where to pass the ball and when to pass the ball. And Dawson Majerus, he did a good job tonight. And we were trying to get out on the run and share the ball as much as we could to get easy buckets, spark the defense.
Got some time off now. I don't think you play again until next Tuesday against Woodbine. So what's the mindset to get ready and prepared? They're number 3, and you guys want to knock them off. So what are you going to work on this week to do that?
We're going to have to work on our defensive intensity and trying to stay out on their guards and playing the best help defense we can. And then on the offensive end, they're going to be tough. They played us defensively about as good as you could. So we have to get ready for that. And our JV guys, they'll help us out a big time with their defense.
I tell you what, great job out here tonight. Appreciate you joining us. Enjoy some time off, and best of luck coming up next week with Woodbine.
Thank you, Jeff.
You bet. Colby Wallace joining us here again in the Mackey Motors tailgate. Do have head coach Derek Tiggeson making his way in here, and we're going to get a conversation with him, and I'm guessing that he's going to be happy, except for probably putting on the sweaty headphones after Colby got off. I never understand why you coaches always let the player go first.
I know, I need to start going first, I guess.
Coach, you had to be really happy on the defensive end, especially tonight. You hold them to 33. I've seen these guys at several times this year. They seem to score with people, especially early, and then maybe kind of struggled down the stretch. But you guys defensively tonight were really sharp from the get-go.
Yeah, that's kind of one thing we've been talking about the last week. Last week we started playing well defensively, just kind of lock in defensively, make it difficult every possession. I mean, there'll be times they're going to make good shots, but, we really focus on Nelson tonight, especially in the post. I mean, Colby's done a great job the last week and a half guarding, mostly everyone's top player, and he battled down low, but we brought a little double action, and then try to focus on Ralston, make sure he didn't get going. Yep. And he made a couple threes, but he really didn't get many good looks tonight.
Yeah, a couple of them, I think, late in the third quarter, if I remember right. But for the most part, they are a good three-point shooting team. So what did you guys do with your defense out on the perimeter to kind of take away those looks?
We talked about more ball pressure this time. When we put down there last time, I think they hit 12 threes against us to stay in the game. So we was like, we need to extend our defense. Back then we were kind of playing, packing it in. So we were talking about expanding the defense out, a lot of ball pressure, and see if they'll throw the ball around a little bit and then try to get out and run on offense.
Early in the game, I thought offensively you were able to attack the rim. It looked like second half, the pick and roll was working really well for you guys. So nice adjustments there offensively. How did you feel like the kids kind of executed the things you wanted them to?
Pretty good for the most part. We were looking to run a little bit more off a defensive rebound, so we got out in transition a little bit. Johnny's tough in the transition. Once he gets downhill, he's good at passing. He's good in the rim. So we did a little bit of that the first half. And the second half, a pick and roll action got open with Waylon, rolling, getting wide open in the block. I guess the only thing we got to work on, I feel like we didn't swing it quick enough tonight. We're kind of hesitant, moving the ball side to side a little bit. But for the most part, we got open looks when we needed it.
1-4 in a row. What's kind of changed here to flip things after a 3-game losing streak?
We played some tough teams there after break, and then, we went to Tri-Center and had Kuhn back-to-back. Yep. We hung around with both of those, and I think the confidence came back there. So that was the main thing, just getting our confidence back, and then, finally playing at home kind of helps too a little bit. Hit some shots, and, yeah, so you can see the confidence in the guys is coming, and then the defensive intensity is increasing as well.
Woodbine now on Tuesday. You got almost a full week to prepare for them. They're ranked number 3. They're a good ball club. What's the focus going to be?
I think defensive pressure is going to be a big thing for us, and, be ready to play. I think last time we were just kind of shocked by their size and how fast they were playing, and they took it to us right away. I think we fell behind 10-0 to start the game. So the main thing is just, defensive pressure, see what they like to do, and just run our offensive sets. They do different looks on defense against our pick and roll action, so we'll kind of work with that, and then just, we'll play with confidence, see what happens.
Well, Coach, as always, appreciate you joining us. Congrats on the win tonight. Enjoy the week of preparation and go get Woodbine next week.
All right, thank you, Coach.
You bet. Head coach again, Derek Tigges in here. We're going to step away. We'll take a break. We'll be back to wrap up coverage and announce our play.